Some seasons just feel a certain way. Even without looking at the calendar, you can tell it's fall. The air changes, the light softens, shifting from the warmth of summer to the colder tones of what's coming next. Everything slows down, like the world's taking a breath before winter. Fall sits right between comfort and change. It's cozy, sure, full of color, of routine and warmth, but there's also something heavier beneath it. A quiet awareness that things are moving, fading, and transforming. And that's what makes it special to me. It's a season that feels both alive and disappearing, comforting but honest, the kind of beauty that comes from knowing nothing stays the same forever. And I've realized I see games the same way. I connect them to seasons, not just because of when I played them, but because of the moods they leave behind. Fall has a very specific energy. It's warmth and routine, but also stillness, melancholy, and that little bit of unease when the nights start stretching longer. It's a mix of peace and reflection, and sometimes a certain kind of loneliness. So today I want to talk about a few games that capture that same balance, that quiet emotional in between, even if they don't necessarily take place in fall. Let's start with a classic, Stardew Valley. It's an obvious choice, but for a good reason. Every day starts the same. You wake up, you step outside, you feed your animals, you pet your cat or your dog, you water the crops. The game gently pulls you into its rhythm, one task at a time. There's something so grounding about that, this loop of simple actions that slowly turns into a life. And what makes Stardew special is that it never demands more than you can give. You can spend the whole day fishing, talking to villagers, exploring the mines, or even just rearranging furniture, and it all feels worthwhile. It's a game built around consistency, not urgency. The calendar moves forward no matter what, but you're never punished for taking your time. And that's exactly why it feels like fall to me. It celebrates slowness. The seasons change in the background. Crops die, festivals come and go. And with every passing day, you start to notice how much the world moves, even when you don't. The trees shift in color. Your farm fills with life, then slowly quiets again. Fall in Stardew is golden, not just visually but emotionally. The music softens, the rain feels heavier, and then there's this gentle sense that the world is winding down. But instead of feeling sad, it feels earned. The game, without saying a single word, teaches you that endings can be beautiful, that the rhythm of life is worth appreciating, even as it changes. And that's the essence of fall, the peace that comes from realizing not everything needs to last forever to matter. If Stardew Valley is about the comfort of repetition, Unpacking is about what happens after, the quiet that follows change. There's no timer, no dialogue, no visible story. Yet the game tells you one of the most human stories I've ever seen, purely through things, through objects. You pull items out of boxes and place them around a room, that's it. But in the way those objects return, change, or disappear throughout the game, you start to see someone's life unfold. Each new space feels different. A dorm room, a shared apartment, a first home. And through small choices, you reveal the story of growing up, moving on, and carrying your past with you. And that's what makes it such a full experience. It's not about loss in a dramatic sense, it's about realizing that change always leaves traces behind. That old plushie you keep on the bed, a memory of comfort. That diploma on the wall, proof of progress. That photo you can't find space for anymore, a reminder that not everything follows you forward. The gameplay itself is reflection. It's slow, methodical, and full of meaning. You're not winning anything, you're simply understanding more with every box you unpack. It's cozy and intimate, but it aches a little too. The same way fall does. Warm and nostalgic, but with a quiet sadness tucked under it. Because Unpacking isn't about starting over, it's about continuing, piece by piece, and learning to make new places feel like home while carrying pieces of the old one. If If Unpacking is the quiet aftermath of change, Grand Theft Auto 4 is what happens when you keep moving forward and the world refuses to slow down with you. Liberty City always looks like it's recovering from rain. Damp streets, grey skies, headlights cutting through puddles. The whole place feels caught in that late October light. Golden for a second, then it's gone. Even the gameplay feels heavy. Cars don't zip around, they slide, they skid, they resist you. Every turn feels like work. Every mission feels like trying to keep your balance in a city that doesn't care if you fall. And that's the brilliance of GTA 4. It's not about freedom, it's about weight. Every move Nico makes feels like dragging his past behind him. The physics, the pacing, even the clunky controls reinforce that exhaustion. He's chasing a new life, a new start. But the game keeps reminding you that there's some things you just can't escape. Every new connection fades, every victory comes with a cost. Yet, in between all that, there are moments of real stillness. Just driving across the bridge at sunset while Radio Broker plays something melancholic, the traffic hums, the skyline glows, and for once, nothing is happening. That's when GTA 4 breathes. When the chaos stops just long enough for you to realize how human this world feels. Fall has that same energy. It's not glamorous or dramatic, it's honest, tired, and reflective. It's knowing you can't fix everything, but you can keep going anyway. And that's what makes GTA 4 a full game to me. It captures the feeling of endurance, the quiet melancholy of trying to move forward, even as the world feels heavier each day. And as the warmth fades, we reach Silent Hill 2. Because if GTA 4 is full in motion, Silent Hill 2 is what happens when everything finally stops. It's not scary because of what chases you, it's haunting because of what doesn't. You walk through fog-covered street, the world barely visible beyond your flashlight's reach. Most of the time there's nothing there, just wind, static and silence. The gameplay is slow and clumsy on purpose. You move like a person who's not supposed to be there. You're hesitant, you're fragile, you're real. Combat feels desperate, not empowering. You don't conquer Silent Hill, you endure it. And as you move through it, you start to realize the horror isn't in the town after all. It's in what the town reflects back at you. James isn't fighting monsters, he's walking through his own guilt. The whole game is a mirror. Every hallway, every foggy street, every locked door represents something unresolved. That's where it connects with Fall, because Fall has that same kind of silence, the one that forces you inward. It's the season where the noise dies down, the light dims, and you finally hear what's been echoing in the background all year. The fog feels like November mornings, thick, isolating, yet strangely peaceful. Even in all that grey there's beauty, because stillness isn't always emptiness, sometimes it's understanding. And that's what Silent Hill 2 really is. Not fear of what's outside, but acceptance of what's inside. Fall is the same way. The season where reflection can feel a little scary, but also necessary. These 4 games each capture a different side of Fall. One's about comfort, one's about change, one's about struggle, and one's about silence. But what ties them together is how they feel to play. They're slower, quieter, more deliberate. They give you space to think, to exist in the in-between instead of chasing the next thing. That's why I always come back to them around this time of year. Because Fall isn't really about endings, it's about transition. About noticing how things fade and finding beauty in that process. Each of these games offer a version of that feeling. Movement not outward, but inward. They remind you that change doesn't need to be loud to mean something, and that slowing down isn't losing momentum. It's reflection. So, tell me, what games feel like Fall to you? So yeah, that's it. These were just a few games that to me really feel like Fall. And if you made it this far, thank you. This video is a bit different from anything I've done before, really. It's the first time I've actually sat down and tried to write something like this, something more reflective and personal, I guess. I'm still figuring out my voice and what kind of videos I want to make. So the fact that you stuck around to the end genuinely means a lot to me. I wanted this one to feel honest, not like a review or an analysis, just a little piece of what fall feels like to me, and how games sometimes capture that feeling better than words can. If you've enjoyed it, or if any of those games mean something similar to you, let me know. I'd love to hear what games you associate with this season. But mostly, thank you for watching, for real. Take care of yourself, enjoy the season, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye for now.